Hey guys, Shane here, Oz Flight Simmer. Welcome to another top 5 video. This is where I give you my top 5 picks for different categories within flight simulation, and it's coming to the end of 2017, and one of the things I get asked most more in the chat in the Oz Flight Simmer channel is what flight simulator should I pick for a newcomer to the hobby. So coming to the end of 2017, I thought I'd give you my top 5 and the reasons why. It's been a big year in flight simulations with new releases and updates and whatnot. So within saying that, let's get into the countdown. So the first simulator to make the list and the number 5th spot goes to Aerofly FS2. Now Aerofly FS2 is a relatively new simulator, so there's a lot of work to be done and the guys are doing a great job. But the main reason why I picked this one is because a VR out of the box, and it works fantastic and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So also it carries 300 airports ranging from areas such as California, Nevada, Arizona, Utah and Switzerland. They have a bunch of different aircrafts ranging from small little GA aircraft as Cessna 172s all the way up to 747 and everything in between. They have also modeled different types of navigation, including ILS, VOR and NDB. But like I said, it's a relatively still new simulator, so a bit of work to do. But if you're not a powerhouse such as Orbex, it's great to see there is some different work being done and some freeware scenery coming out, and it's looking good. So keep your eye out on this one. I think Aerofly FS2 is going to grow a lot of legs in 2018, and you'll see a lot more for them. A big thank you to Mr. Bell Geo for supplying the footage for this one. I'll link in the descriptions for his channel and above right now. You can keep up to date as he does a lot of Aerofly FS2 videos. Now landing into the 4th spot goes to FSX Steam Edition. Now apologies for the video on this one, I had to dust off the cobwebs and jump into the old PC. It's been a while since I've used FSX. I've actually had it from Classic right through the Steam Edition, but it's a great staple flight sim for any of the newcomers. FSX was re-released by Dovetail Games in 2006 with a little updating to the performance aspects. Being a Flight Sim X, it does bring along the Plymouth of add-on scenery with all the library of the third-party add-ons to choose from. But remind you, you need to have deep pockets when you're first starting out. But in recent times, Flight Sim X is showing its age with all the advancements of the flight technologies from all the other sims from companies such as Lockheed and Laminar Research. FSX comes with 24,000 airports around the world, also a decent suite of default aircraft. Some have actually include the old FA-18 Hornet, DHC-2 Beavers, or even one of my favourite, which was the Morley M7, but there is many more. So Flight Sim X is definitely worth looking at if you're new to the sim, but I just remind you again, it is still starting to show its age. Holding a very third strong position goes again to the team of Dovetail Games with their release of Flight Sim World in May this year. Now Flight Sim World is still in early access and has a lot of development to go, but basically they are using the engine from Flight Sim X and redesigning it from the ground up. With regular updates, you know that the build is going strong, and in recent times FSW just released or launched their SDK, so I believe we will see many of the third parties starting to develop add-ons for Flight Sim World, so 2018 is going to be a big year for them. Some of the things the team have got right so far, which is 64-bit engineering, the use of FTX from Orbex Global as their default ground textures, advanced weather engine powered by True Sky, little bit work to do there, but damn, it looks good in the golden hour. Raindrops on the VC, PBR technology, and a really easy use to UI, but it is lacking at the moment some of the customizations that we're used to other simulators. Worldwide airports, absolutely everywhere, should be able to find anyone that you're looking for, and it has 7 high-end default aircraft. They're all single props and twin props at this stage, but I believe they're actually working after their very first jet engine aircraft. But with the SDK out, there shouldn't be a airliner too far away. So we've been saying all that, Flight Sim World has a very bright future, and looking forward to see its progress in 2018, and that's why it's definitely made the solid 3rd position on the top 5 list. Now the bridesmaid of the list, or the number 2 spot, goes to Lockheed Martin's prepared version 4. Now that might be a bit of a surprise to some of you guys, and I'm probably giving away what's going to hit 1st position, but let me tell you why prepared has made a very satisfactory number 2 spot. In 2017, Lockheed Martin launched their version 4 of their prepared series. Many updates that have been waiting for a long time in the flight sim community, including 64-bit architecture, which was basically fixing all the memory issues and giving devs the ability to do more detailed work in the flight simulation. Now, some other features to note that I actually enjoy in version 4 is the native VR support, updated vector data, new 3D rain and snow, dynamic lighting support, or dynamic lighting, and configuration of the autogen visibility range. But we've been saying all that, if you're new to the flight sim hobby, P3D version 4 is basically FSX Classic on steroids brought into the modern age. With all the features of the past, with many improvements, Prepared has the most amount of third-party devs developing many different add-ons and sceneries and utilities, all the way from high-end airliners to the most detailed sceneries. So if you're looking in jumping into the world of simulations with Prepared version 4, you can't go wrong, and that's why it's made my number 2 position. We must be coming to the end of the top 5 countdown, so we've been saying that the number 1 position goes to Laminar's Research Xplane 11. Now, Laminar Research has also been busy this year with the release of their version 11 of their Xplane series. Xplane 11 continues its evolution with new aircraft, scenery, 3D airports. They claim the version incorporates the newest tech available for computing and graphics, resulting in breathtaking visuals and dynamic effects. One of the eye-catching things when you first jump into Xplane 11 is the visual effects, and the lighting is insane and next to none. Now with Xplane 11, they've completely overhauled all the default aircraft fleet that comes with the sim. There is over 3,000 airports with 3D buildings and airport sceneries, but one of the downfalls of Xplane 11, it does not cover the total world that P3D does, but does pretty much most of the places that you would fly to. Airports are now populated with dynamic driving service vehicles and static dynamic aircraft. Updated the weather and atmospheric effects, enhancing the performance of the 64-bit engine. Now, and the main reason why Xplane 11 makes the number 1 spot is its flight mechanics. It is the most realistic flight mechanics that I've come across in a simulator so far. So Xplane 11 uses an aerodynamic model called blade element theory. Now, I'm not a real life pilot, but when it comes to flight simulation, it feels real enough to me, and that's why Xplane 11 makes the number 1 spot. So if you are new to the flight sim hobby, you really can't go wrong with any of the top 3 or the 5 in fact, and I hope this video was at some use to you. But that being said, please leave a comment on what you would think would be in your top 5 and the reasons why. It would be very interesting to hear it. So if you've come this far, you must be enjoying the video, so please hit the thumbs up there, because that encourages me to make more content for you guys. If it's the first time you've seen the Oz Flight Simmer channel, you can go and hit that red subscribe button and you'll be able to see more weekly content. Now, if you want to stay up to what I'm doing during the week for the Oz Flight Simmer channel, check out my Facebook page and you can check out what I'm up to. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers, goodbye.